From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Thursday morning. We're almost done with the work week, and we are almost done with this storm system. It's still another 24 to 30 hours to go and another foot of snow to go for some of our highest mountain passes. Lower elevations could see a little bit of snow for today. Not very much at all in the way of accumulating snowfall, maybe a few flakes flying, especially for the Kittitas Valley and the Blue Foothills, and a little bit gusty for today on top of all that. Just to reiterate, a First Alert weather day for our highest mountain passes through 10 in the morning on Friday. I'll have a lot more to say about that later in the show. Already tracking some snow showers for both the Cascades and the Blues, and that'll continue throughout a lot of today into tomorrow morning. Temperatures this morning down into the 20s and 30s, 22 degrees for Yakima, 37 degrees for the Tri-Cities, 36 for Walla Walla. All of us got to bundle up, especially with some of these breezes out there. That's going to make it feel even colder. Look at this, gust upwards of 31 miles per hour right now in Pendleton. Your umbrella cast for this Thursday for the Tri-Cities, little shower chances as we head into the evening. So for today, a mostly dry day for lower elevations, but there will be those chances for rain and snow, low end chances that we'll talk about coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, new developments this morning in the case of Sarah Clayson. The off-duty trooper now has a new court date. We're going to let you know what those are coming up.
And on-duty and off-duty officers credited with saving a life on New Year's Eve, and the moment all caught on camera. Coming up, we'll have the dramatic body cam footage and tell you what followed.
Plus, a major political announcement in Yakima County. After decades in law enforcement, Sheriff Bob Adell is aiming for a different office. We're going to let you know what his plans are for the upcoming year. Details on these stories and more on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Dalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It is Thursday, January 8th, and a lot to get to.
That's right. We want to start this morning in Walla Walla, where on-duty and off-duty officers with the police department and the county sheriff's office saved a woman from a burning car on New Year's Eve.
Take a look. Incredible body cam footage released just into our newsroom.
Hey, jump it, Ashley. Go, go, go. We got somebody in here. Go grab your Halligan. Grab your Halligan. Check the back. Check the back. Make sure there's nobody in the back. Got her foot. Can somebody grab her foot? Okay.
Yep, got her. Anybody else in there?
I don't know. Check the back.
Just incredible. Walla Walla police telling us that this was all caught on Officer Eastman's body cam. Authorities say the 32-year-old woman was involved in this crash on Highway 12 near Reese Avenue, and then her car burst into flames. When officers got there, she was unconscious, and so of course couldn't get herself out of the car. That's when the off-duty police officer and an off-duty sheriff's deputy, both from Walla Walla, stepped in when they came on scene. They worked to save her life.
Officer Eastman and Officer Roberts were at the scene. Officer Eastman pulled the woman from the burning car while the others worked to put out the flames. And the Walla Walla Fire Department arrived and finished off the fire. The woman was taken to a hospital, and the crash is under investigation by Washington State Patrol.
6:03 now, continuing our coverage on the Sarah Clayson case this morning. We now know that a new trial date for Clayson has been set. Clayson is the off-duty Washington State Patrol trooper charged with DUI vehicular homicide after a deadly crash with a motorcyclist last March.
Here's a look at her new court dates. Instead of her omnibus hearing being yesterday, it'll now be March 11th, with the pretrial hearing April 15th and the trial May 18th. As for the reason for the second postponement of her trial, Clayson's lawyer Scott Johnson told us that pushing back court dates is normal for this kind of case, with the average time from charging to a resolution being at least a year and often longer.
He went on to say, quote, as evidenced by the months it took the state to complete its investigation, this is a highly complex case. The defense did not receive any discovery until September and has still not received all discovery.
And he says the defense is working now with experts to analyze the discovery they do have while they await remaining evidence. But be sure to stay with us as we continue to keep you updated on this case. Moving now to a fire watch, as an investigation is underway after multiple suspicious fires sparked in Union Gap. Police confirm an arrest has been made, though the fires are still under investigation. East Valley Fire says the first fire broke out early yesterday. This was at a warehouse near Lilac Lane, and then 2 more fires followed near Rainier Place and East Washington Avenue. All of these were set outside the buildings, and the warehouse fire caused the most damage. About half of the building was engulfed with flames through the roof.
So from that point, while we did commit resources to the building, there was also a lot of property around the building with semis and semi-trailers. And so some effort was put towards making sure those vehicles and trailers that weren't already involved in the fire didn't become involved, so that we could save as much property as possible.
And luckily, there were no injuries reported in any of the fires.
And big political news today in South Central Washington. Yakima County Commissioner Amanda McKinney just receiving a high-profile endorsement in her bid for Congress. McKinney is a Republican running for the open seat in Washington's 4th Congressional District. She hopes to succeed retiring Congressman Dan Newhouse next year. President Trump took to her social platform late Tuesday to officially back McKinney's campaign. He called her an America First patriot while praising her commitment to issues like border security, economic growth, veteran support, and Second Amendment rights.
You know, earning the trust of the president is something that I'm incredibly humbled by. You know, the president knows that we need people in Congress who are going to support him, support the Republican Party, our platform issues. You know, I have done that and proven that as commissioner, both privately and publicly.
Now, McKinney is also facing another GOP challenger, Jared Sessler, who was also endorsed by President Trump in the last election. John Dursky is the only Democrat running so far. Devin Poor is also running as an independent. Now, because Washington uses a top 2 primary system, the 2 candidates with the most votes in the August 4th, 2026 primary will advance to the general election.
And in Yakima County, Sheriff Bob Udell is making a major announcement. On Wednesday, Udell announced he's running for the District 1 County Commissioner seat. And with the position open, Udell says he wants to give back to the community where he grew up. He brings more than 36 years with the Yakima County Sheriff's Office and says his experience and connections will help him serve effectively if elected.
Being detective, a street cop, administration, all that. But with that comes also the budget experience and working very closely with the powers at the county. And I mean, the sheriff gets neck deep in not just my budget, but the county's budget, because we have to work together to have an efficient budget to make things work. And so that experience becomes absolutely invaluable as I move forward.
He announced his retirement as sheriff last November and will serve out the remainder of his term through the end of the year. And keep it here, because coming up next, a deadly shooting involving an ICE agent in Minneapolis is now raising some serious questions. Coming up, what federal officials say happened, how city leaders are pushing back, and what video appears to show. All the details are in your national headlines after the break.
And giving you a live look outside, this one from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert's going to be back with your first alert forecast as we make our way closer to the weekend.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet, repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone, and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
This is your home for Kraken hockey. Every goal.
He scores!
Every save.
What a stop!
Every game.
That's hockey, baby!
Watch us defend the deep.
Crack It Wild. Coverage begins at 7 tonight on My Network TV.
SDCU and Apple Valley News Now honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and donating $1,000 to their favorite charities. To nominate someone who's making a difference in Benton and Franklin counties, click on Volunteers Count under the contest tab at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Too hot? Too cold? Good thing the fun is always on indoors. Welcome to Tea Time, where every shot is fun. We've got pool tables, arcade games, and of course, mini golf. Perfect for families, birthdays, or any events. Rain or shine, day or night, it's always the perfect time to play here at Tea Time.
Crack It Wild. Coverage begins at 7 tonight on My Network TV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Here's a look at our current road conditions out there, and yeah, there's a whole bunch of blue up in the mountains as it is quite snowy up that way for this morning. If you have to travel over our mountains for this morning, have the tire chains, have the winter safety kit ready to go. And to that point, let's go ahead and take you on a tour of our mountain passes. We start off with Interstate 90 at Snoqualmie Pass. Compact snow and ice and traction tires are required. Then for US Highway 12 at White Pass, same thing, compact snow and ice, traction tires are required. Then we'll take you over to our Blue Mountain passes, I-84 at Cabbage Hill, spots of ice, traction tires are advised. And then for Oregon 204 at Tollgate, we are seeing compact snow and ice, a blanket of snow out there. And yes, chains are required, specifically if you're towing between mileposts 10 and 39. You can find all this information online at washdot.com, also tripcheck.com. Those are both excellent resources around this time of the year. Okay, there is a chance that we could see some snow for lower elevations today. You can see hour-by-hour rain and snow chances yourself by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app. So I'm thinking that the best chance is going to be in the Blue Foothills, especially in Walla Walla. But even then, you see these are pretty low in chances before 2 p.m. After that, it should just be a cold rain. It's not going to amount to that much at all for lower elevations. On top of that, it's going to be a little bit gusty for today. We could see gusts up around 35 miles per hour. In general, we'll see gusts between 20 to 35 miles per hour. The walls of the Kittitas Valley are going to shield Ellensburg from some of those strongest gusts. But more snow to go for the mountains. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 12 minutes after 6, turning now to our national headlines this morning. As the Department of Homeland Security is investigating a deadly shooting involving a federal immigration officer and a protester in Minneapolis.
According to federal officials, an ICE agent shot and killed a woman during a confrontation involving a car. However, local leaders are disputing that account, citing video of the incident. Now, the Department of Homeland Security says 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good was shot yesterday after what officials describe as a dangerous encounter during an anti-ICE protest.
So DHS claims Good used her vehicle to block federal agents and refused repeated commands to get out of the car. Homeland Security Secretary Christine Noem says the woman then attempted to run over an ICE officer, calling the incident an act of domestic terrorism.
ICE officers and agents approached the vehicle of the individual in question, who was blocking the officers in with her vehicle, and she had been stalking and impeding their work all throughout the day. ICE agents repeatedly ordered her to get out of the car and to stop obstructing law enforcement, but she refused to obey their commands. She then proceeded to weaponize her vehicle, and she attempted to run a law enforcement officer over. This appears as an attempt to kill or to cause bodily harm to agents, an act of domestic terrorism.
Secretary Noem also said the same ICE officer involved in this shooting had previously been injured during another anti-ICE protest, claiming he was struck and dragged by a vehicle during an incident last summer. That agent was treated at the hospital and has since been released.
And cell phone video posted online shows the moments leading up to the shooting. In one angle, you can see the woman's car stopped in the middle of the street as officers approach. Officers then can be heard ordering her to get out of the car. While one officer pulls on the driver's door, the vehicle then begins to move first backward, then forward.
In another video angle, the car appears to make contact with an officer just before shots are fired. Moments later, that car accelerates forward and crashes into another vehicle that was parked and a utility pole.
Minneapolis city leaders strongly dispute the federal government's version of events. Mayor Jacob Frey and the city's police chief says video evidence shows the woman was driving away, not attempting to run officers over when she was shot.
To ICE, get the out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite.
As the investigation continues, community members gathered last night and this morning, leaving flowers and candles at the site where Good was shot and killed.
Federal officials say the incident is under review and multiple agencies are now examining the use of force. And we'll, of course, keep you updated. And keep it here because coming up next, Josh Colbert is back with how your weather is looking. That's all coming up in that full First Alert weather forecast in just a few minutes. Oh.
Tempur-Pedic designed the Ergo Pro Smart Base to help you fall asleep more easily. It's the only smart base that features our exclusive Soundscape mode that synchronizes a gentle massage with relaxing sounds to help you drift peacefully off to sleep.
Get a free $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic, plus 72 months no interest. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms.
But just okay isn't okay. And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. It can relieve fatigue and stop joint damage. And in PSA, Rinvoq can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
AbbVie could help you save.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
These are Apple Valley News Now cruisers, and they go where news happens.
I'm reporting in Kenwood. In Walla Walla.
Reporting from Granger. One television station leads the way with local news you trust.
We are Apple Valley News Now, and we're on your side.
Always on your side.
Next Live is out of this world.
Oh, yeah.
With Star Trek Starfleet Academy's Holly Hunter. And Age Smarter with the Simple Fix for 26.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Houston battles Pittsburgh, Monday at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We still have a First Alert weather day ahead of us for the next 24 to 30 hours. So technically this does spill a little bit over into Friday. And let's go ahead and talk about why. We have this low pressure system that we've been tracking. It was in the Gulf of Alaska. It went over the Aleutian Islands. Now it's on the border of British Columbia and Alberta. And as this slides on off towards the east, this high pressure is going to build in, and that's going to make a lot of us much drier than normal for this time of the year as we head into next week. But for this morning, still tracking snow for both mountain ranges, both in the Cascades and the Blues. And we'll put this in motion with Futurecast radar, and it's going to be more of the same throughout the day. Now, there are going to be some ebbs and flows to it, but in essence, this is exactly what we're going to see as we head into tonight and then into Friday morning. Now, after 10 in the morning for Friday, that's when everything should drop off the map and we will turn dry. So here's some of the snowfall totals we're expecting from this morning through 10 in the morning on Friday. Keep in mind, this does not take into account the snowfall that's already on the ground. These are additional snowfall totals. So 5 to 7 inches for White Pass and Snoqualmie Pass, close to a foot for Tollgate, probably pretty close to a foot for Stevens Pass as well, which is just off the screen here. But if you have to travel over said passes, have the tire chains, have the winter safety kit ready to go. Okay, like I said, much drier in the next week. There is this storm system, though, for Monday, bringing low-end chances of rainfall to lower elevations, but we could have a good deal of rainfall for the mountains. Yes, rainfall, not snowfall. Snow level is going to go way up there. So 4 p.m. on Saturday to 4 in the morning on Tuesday could have close to 1.5 inches of rainfall up in the Cascades. So we could see some localized mountain flooding. I don't think it's going to be anything like the event we had back in December, but we'll watch things very closely, and this is not going to help. Our high temperatures are going to be well above average for this time of the year. We're going to bounce between 45 to 55 in the Tri-Cities in essence. So those warmer temperatures up in the mountains could also promote some snow melt. We'll see what ends up happening with that. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Dry and mild through Sunday, then even milder with a small rain chance Monday. In Yakima, mostly dry forecast with highs staying in the 40s and 50s. Then for Ellensburg, the chance for some snow this morning, then tracking the possibility of freezing fog tomorrow morning. Then in Hermiston, keeping the forecast dry through Sunday, then the possibility of a shower on Monday. And finally for Walla Walla, perhaps some snow mixing in today, although accumulations will be minimal, and then turning dry for Friday and into the weekend.
Thanks, Josh. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Bruno Mars fans, get ready. Oh, I can't wait. The hitmaker just revealed that he has finished his next album, ending a nearly 10-year solo drought. What we know this morning, coming up after the break.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
Meet Jan. She's enjoying a beautiful day outdoors with friends and family. She's also managing her type 2 diabetes by taking Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell. You see, once daily Jardiance can help lower your A1C. Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
So ask your doctor about Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell.
Depression and anxiety can feel like a heavy, suffocating weight pulling you down. But there is hope. Neurostim TMS can help you regain your life. No medications, no drug-related side effects, just a proven solution covered by insurance. Our FDA-approved, non-invasive transcranial magnetic stimulation therapy targets the source of your symptoms. Neurostim works when medications fail and is the Northwest's leader in TMS, with over 250,000 successful treatments delivered.
I'd say going through TMS therapy really hit me with a sense of relief. I didn't know that I could feel this good again. I can actually find this, joy and peace in things again, and it's been incredible.
It was as though I was out of this darkness, literally, but I feel 100% better. I feel like I'm myself.
There is hope for stubborn depression and anxiety. Call today for a free consultation.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment news, comedian and actress Amy Schumer and Chris Fisher have officially filed for divorce.
Couple first announcing their split last month. Schumer noting at the time it was amicable, which certainly appears to be the case.
The divorce is not being contested. It comes after 7 years of marriage.
44-year-old Schumer previously said she and Fisher still love each other and they plan to focus on raising their 6-year-old son. Fisher is a chef and cookbook author.
Ooh, I am ready. Fans of Bruno Mars, that's me.
Ooh, me too.
Listen up. Superstar announcing he has new music coming out.
Mars announced on social media that his 4th studio album is done, but no additional details were revealed.
His new album will be his first solo album in almost a decade. Grammy Award winner 24K Magic was released back in 2016. About time, Bruno. We've been waiting.
Well, so new album, which I think we're going to get a sneak peek of some music tomorrow, according to his ex. I still call it Twitter because I'm old. His Twitter page.
It's just too. It's easier too.
It's easier.
No, I get it.
And then he's going on tour. He's going on tour.
Let's go.
I know. Let's go. Let's go. Are you a Bruno fan?
Yeah, you know that the 24 Karat album he released my senior year of high school, so I have a lot of nostalgia for that. So I'm very excited.
And new music, new memories. We're excited.
I love it.
Also in entertainment news, you might know it as the Screen Actors Guild Awards, but now it's called the Actor Awards.
And the nominations for this year are set to be announced today.
A host for this year's ceremony has not yet been announced. However, the organization named Harrison Ford as this year's recipient of the Life Achievement Award.
Okay, and the Actor Awards will stream on Netflix, and this year's ceremony is set for Sunday, March 1st. I'm excited. Right. I think the name change is good. Every time I think over time people knew what it was, more like Screen Actors Guild Awards, but Actors Awards. Make it simple. I like it.
Yeah. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Years of planning turning it into visible growth in Boardman. But city leaders say this is just the beginning. Coming up, the major projects nearing completion in Boardman and how industrial investment is driving expansion. We have all of those details and more coming up in your 6:30 half hour.
The New Year clearance event is on now at Walker's, where they're launching the new year with big-time savings up to 70% off. Or receive 0% interest financing until 2031 with no down payment and no minimum purchase.
So you can get that new furniture you've been wanting at New Year clearance prices. Going on now at Walker's.
Depression and anxiety can feel like a heavy, suffocating weight pulling you down. But there is hope. Neurostim TMS can help you regain your life. No medications, no drug-related side effects, just a proven solution covered by insurance. Our FDA-approved, non-invasive transcranial magnetic stimulation therapy targets the source of your symptoms. Neurostim works when medications fail and is the Northwest's leader in TMS, with over 250,000 successful treatments delivered. There is hope. Call today for a free consultation.
For adults with type 2 diabetes, do you know about Mounjaro? With Mounjaro, 3 out of 4 people reached an A1C of less than 7%. Plus, people lost up to 25 pounds. Don't take Mounjaro if you're allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or vision changes. Serious side effects may include inflamed pancreas and gallbladder problems. Taking Mounjaro with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Tell your doctor if you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills, and before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and may cause kidney problems. Get to know Mounjaro at Mounjaro.com. Pay as little as $25 for up to 3 months. Governmental beneficiaries excluded. Terms and conditions apply. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Mounjaro.
This is your home for Kraken hockey. Every goal.
He scores!
Every save.
What a stop!
Every game.
That's hockey, baby!
Watch us defend the deep.
Kraken, wild. Coverage begins at 7 tonight on My Network TV.
The accident happened so quickly.
I had no idea what to do next.
Instead of going through it alone, I found hope.
With Abita Nelson.
For over 40 years, we've helped families navigate the complicated legal process.
Getting the care and settlement you deserve.
Abita Nelson took care of everything.
So I could focus on healing and getting back to my life.
Abita Nelson took my injury personally.
Accidents happen.
Compensation should too.
Abita Nelson, we take your injury personally.
It's like mountain biking, but in snow. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good Thursday morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Josh Colbert.
What did you say today was?
It's National Show and Tell at Work Day. So like how kids do that in school, we're going to do that here.
What do you got?
And we just kind of grabbed whatever we could really find in the last 30 seconds. So I've got my new tumbler. It's Whataburger. So if you're from the South, you know Whataburger. And it's like exactly like their large cup. It says, "When I'm empty, please refill me promptly." And it's bedazzled.
It's so bedazzled.
It was a Christmas present to myself, to me, from me, and I love it too.
No, it's good. And it saved me earlier. You shared some water.
Yes, you were coughing. And then I was like, here,
Yeah.
Whataburger will save you.
All day.
Every day.
What do you got?
Big reveal here.
What is it?
It's a stress ball. Shout out to our very own Monique Garcia. She got these, I'm pretty sure it was her, for Halloween. And these are, well, they work.
Do you use it often in the Weather Center?
Yeah, especially the month of December. It was just, this thing was going to work out.
Especially when people start walking in.
Well, I mean, I have a Mary Poppins bag full of stuff in the newsroom that I could have brought out in between.
I couldn't go grab it in there 30 seconds. Yeah.
What else? I think I have a T-shirt in there. I know they got some weird kids
eye
stuff.
solution, contact solution. I always use
blood
that.
pressure medication. You know, all the goods.
Well, this brings down the blood pressure a little bit.
And you've kind of needed that lately because the weather's been active.
It's a lot.
It's been very active. Thankfully, we're kind of on the downswing right now. Now, we still have another foot of snow to go for the mountains, but...
What about the winds here locally? Those really picked up overnight, I felt like.
Oh yeah, and it's going to be gusty again for today as well, and that's going to give it that bite to the air that you always
that I don't like.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's talk about those big weather stories. And yeah, we have, of course, that next foot of snow that we could have for some of our highest mountain passes. Now, lower elevations could see a little bit of snow. Now, in terms of accumulating snowfall, we're not expecting that much. And in terms of the gust, yeah, it will be gusty for today. Just to reiterate, the first alert weather day, that's going to go through 10 in the morning on Friday, as we could have 5 to 13 inches of snow for Stevens Pass, for Snoqualmie Pass, for White Pass, and for Tollgate. But those chances for snow for today, again, those will be very low in chances, and you can see hour by hour rain and snow chances yourself by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app, free in the App Store or on Google Play. And in terms of lower elevations, the best chances are going to be in the Kittitas Valley and also for the Blue Foothills. Very early this morning in the Kittitas Valley, then throughout the rest of the day in the Blue Foothills, specifically for Walla Walla, at least through 2 p.m. And then after that, it looks like we're going to transition things to rain. What's this going to amount to for lower elevations? Not much at all, but we will have to contend with this. It will be gusty for today and tonight. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
Well, we begin this half hour of news with local living as the city of Boardman is experiencing continued economic growth fueled by long-term planning and investment from large industries surrounding the area.
And this morning, Apple Valley News Now's William Albert explains how that growth is helping fund major city projects.
City officials in Boardman say years of planning are now turning into visible growth across the community. With a population of just over 5,000 people, leaders say the city has focused on long-term infrastructure and development to prepare for future expansion tied to surrounding industrial investment. Several major projects are now near completion, all aimed at keeping Boardman ready for continued growth.
We're just finishing up Main Street project, which included a loop road. That should finalize at the end of January. So that was a huge, huge undertaking that's been in discussion for years.
That project is a part of a broader strategy focused on how the city plans for growing transportation needs in the coming years.
The city passed a transportation system plan. It's a 20-year document that kind of covers the transportation for the next 20 years.
City leaders are also planning for future recreational needs this year, something the city has yet to address.
We're going to finalize a park master plan, and the council, it will be up to them to adopt it next week. That's been over a year process. We've never had a parks master plan. But it helps planning, again, for future parks.
With continued investment from larger industries, Boardman city officials tell me that Boardman's economic growth is on the rise, something they predict won't be slowing down this year. Much of that growth is tied to a large-scale industrial development surrounding Boardman, primarily including Amazon Web Services facilities, despite only one being located directly within city limits.
In the port, you have some on the east portion of the county on the edge there on Bombing Range Road, and then you're having some coming on the west side at the airport on Tower Road, again, all outside the cities, but Boardman sees the influx because the workers are working here, they're shopping here.
Hammond says that industrial growth has allowed the city to invest in projects that would otherwise be out of reach for a community this size.
We're able to do a Main Street. We're able to do a Northeast Front. We're able to do these infrastructure projects that a town our size wouldn't have the funding.
City leaders say those investments are key to keeping Boardman prepared as growth continues across the region. In Boardman, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
And city officials say long-term planning will continue to guide how Boardman grows in the years ahead.
Yeah, be sure to stay with Apple Valley News Now right here on air and online for the latest developments out of the city.
And keep it here because coming up next, a fresh start paying off for the Seattle Kraken, how Kaapo Kakko went from unmet expectations in New York to becoming a cornerstone in Seattle. Also why his best hockey may still be ahead. We're talking sports after the break.
Kraken, Wild. Coverage begins at 7 tonight on My Network TV.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Even on an antidepressant, there are days I feel stuck in my head. Depression symptoms like sadness and low energy can hold me back. I wanted to break through. I asked about Vraylar. Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant significantly reduces overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone.
Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants may increase these in those under 25. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may not go away. High blood sugar may lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, uncontrolled movements, tremors, feeling like you need to move, nausea, constipation, insomnia, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar, breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
At Furniture Row, a new year calls for a new sofa, sectional, dining group, bedroom set, mattress, and more. Because the New Year's Super Sale has been extended, so getting it all has never been easier. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings add up. And score 60 months no-interest financing. Say goodbye to tired old designs. And hello to killer new looks at great prices. But hurry, the extended New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Home isn't just walls and a roof, it's where hope begins. With Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity, you can build that home together with people who care. Our path to ownership is affordable and supportive, with education and partnership at every step. Wondering if you qualify? Fill out our online application. We are building in Benton and Franklin counties and in Walla Walla. Apply online today. Let's build the place you'll call home.
It is a wild card playoff game.
Texans, Steelers, NFL wildcard weekend. Houston battles Pittsburgh, Monday at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Next Live is out of this world. Oh, yeah. With Star Trek Starfleet Academy's Holly Hunter. And Age Smarter with the Simple Fix for 26.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We've been showing you this map all morning, the current road conditions. A lot of blue for both of our mountain ranges, meaning that we have obviously some pretty snowy passes out there for this morning. If you have to travel over either of our mountain ranges, just be sure to have the winter safety kit, have the tire chains ready to go. Another update on our passes, at least our major passes, Interstate 90 at Snoqualmie Pass, compact snow and ice, traction tires are required. And then for US Highway 12 at White Pass, also, I mean, we're seeing the same thing, compact snow and ice, traction tires are required. Then for Oregon, this is Interstate 84 at Cabbage Hill. Now we're in the blues, slushy and snowy. Traction tires are advised. And then for Oregon 204 at Cabbage Hill, Oregon 204 at Tollgate, obviously compact snow and ice. Yes, chains are required if you're towing between mileposts 10 and 39. You can find excellent information about all these passes online at washdot.com and also tripcheck.com. Okay, it is going to be a little bit gusty for today. We'll put this in motion with futurecast gusts. You see that for the Cascades, they'll be coming mostly out of the west and northwest, but for the rest of us out of the west and southwest, eventually trying to turn out of the northwest. But as we head into this evening, it will still be a little bit breezy, but the winds will be gradually calming down. And you can see hour by hour wind gusts yourself by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app. So just a little summation of the gusts that we'll see for today. Pretty light winds for the Kittitas Valley. The valley walls are going to shield, but the rest of the region seeing gusts upwards of 25 to 35 miles per hour. A lot more snow on the way for our mountains. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
641 talking sports this morning, where a high draft pick often comes with high pressure. And for Kaapo Kakko, leaving New York wasn't just a trade, it was a chance to finally unlock his elite potential.
Our very own Jake Gable shares his transition from Madison Square Garden to the Emerald City.
The Kraken Player Profile, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
For years, Kaapo Kakko carried the weight of being a number 2 overall pick for the New York Rangers. A natural playmaker with a rare international pedigree, having won triple gold, the Finnish winger was always waiting for the right fit. That fit arrived on December 18th, 2024, when he was traded to the Seattle Kraken. In the Pacific Northwest, Kakko finally found his rhythm. He used his 6'3" frame and elite hockey IQ to carve out a career-best 44-point season, proving he could be more than just a defensive, reliable forward. His resurgence earned him a 3-year, $13.5 million extension in the summer of 2025, cementing him as a pillar of the Kraken's future. Though a preseason hand injury briefly sidelined him, Kakko's game remains defined by a quiet composure. He doesn't play with a sense of rush. He simply reads the ice, protects the puck in the tightest spaces, and waits for the perfect moment to strike. In Seattle, the Finnish phenom is finally turning potential into production. Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
And up next for the Kraken, they play the Minnesota Wild tonight at 7.
That's right, and you can catch the game on My Network TV, channel 35.5 Yakima and 42.5 Tri-Cities.
Exciting. And keep it here, because coming up next, we've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. And Josh is back with your full First Alert weather forecast. It's all on the other side of the break.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
From our family at Bruce Heating and Air, New Year's isn't just a day, it's a moment of magic, reflection, and hope. Another year to bring comfort and care to the community we cherish most.
Mounjaro for adults with type 2 diabetes.
Will this be the year all my hard work pays off?
My hard work pays off.
Will this be the year I push the limits yet again?
Will this be the year
I break through and take control
of my type 2 diabetes?
Will this be the year you ask your doctor about Mounjaro?
With Mounjaro, 3 out of 4 people reach an A1C under 7%. And some people lost up to 25 pounds. This is my year.
Don't take Mounjaro if you're allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or vision changes. Serious side effects may include inflamed pancreas and gallbladder problems. Taking Mounjaro with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Tell your doctor if you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. And before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and may cause kidney problems.
This is my year. What about you? Is this the year you finally break through?
Ask your doctor about once-weekly Mounjaro for type 2 diabetes. Paid partnership with Lilly.
Trump conservative Amanda McKinney knows how to deliver for Central Washington. As Yakima County Commissioner, McKinney fought government overreach, protected Second Amendment rights, and stood up for Washington's farmers and ranchers. In Congress, Amanda McKinney will fight to advance President Trump's agenda. That means securing the border, improving affordability by lowering everyday costs, and defending rural Washington. Amanda McKinney, America First, Central Washington always. Washington Rising is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Prosser's most colorful adventure is at Splat It. Throw paint, get messy, and have a blast. For kids, adults, parties, and nights out, Splat It has it all. Book now at splatitnw.com.
Experience winter fun at Silver Mountain Resort. Discover some of the best terrain in the region, just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Relax in a beautiful condo, just a short stroll from the gondola. Dining, exciting water slides, and indoor surfing at the water park, where it's always 84 degrees. Ride North America's longest gondola to epic snow tubing and endless skiing and boarding. Create unforgettable family memories at Silver Mountain Resort. Book today at silvermt.com.
The wild card playoff game.
Houston battles Pittsburgh Monday at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have another foot of snow to go for some of our highest mountain passes through 4 in the morning on Friday. So let's go ahead and, well, first let's tell you why this is happening. We have this low pressure center that we've been tracking all week. First it was in Alaska, then it went over the Aleutian Islands. Now it is on the border of British Columbia and Alberta. And so this continues to provide the lift and the energy for the snowfall we'll have over the next 24 to 30 hours. So this morning, seeing snow for both of our mountain ranges, and now we put this into motion with Futurecast radar, and it's going to look a lot like that all throughout the day. We'll just have these snow showers that'll be over both of the ridge lines for the Cascades and the Blues, and that'll continue right into Friday morning. Now, after 10 a.m. on Friday morning, that is when things are looking a lot drier out there, and we can finally all take a collective breath. So here's some of the snowfall totals we're anticipating from this morning through 10 in the morning on Friday. 5 inches for White Pass, 7 inches for Snoqualmie Pass, close to a foot for Stevens Pass on U.S. Highway 2. In the Kittitas Valley, little trace amounts for Thorpe and Ellensburg, closer to ½ an inch for Cle Elum, higher up into the foothills. And then for the Blue Mountains, just a little trace amounts for the Battle Mountain Summit in Ukiah, a few inches for I-84 at Cabbage Hill, and then Oregon 204 at Tollgate, similar to what we'll see for Stevens Pass, close to another foot of snow. So if you have to travel over those major mountain passes, have the tire chains, have the winter safety kit ready to go. Our forecast is going to look a lot drier after today, but there is another storm system that could bring us some low-end rain chances for lower elevations on Monday. But for the mountains, this is going to be a very interesting setup. 4 p.m. on Saturday to 4 in the morning on Tuesday, we could have 1.5 inches of rainfall, specifically for the Cascades. Rain falling on top of existing snowpack. We could see some localized flooding. Doesn't look like it's going to be anything like what we saw back in December, but we'll be keeping a close eye on things, especially with high temperatures being so above average for this time of the year. That could promote some snow melt as well. What does that mean for lower elevations? Well, we'll be between, in general, 45 to 50 degrees in the Yakima Valley. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Dry and mild through Sunday, then even milder with a small rain chance Monday. In Yakima, mostly dry forecast with highs staying in the 40s and 50s. And then for Ellensburg, the chance for some snow this morning, then tracking the possibility of freezing fog tomorrow morning. And Hermiston, keeping the forecast dry through Sunday, then the possibility of a shower on Monday. And finally for Walla Walla, perhaps some snow mixing in today, although accumulations will be minimal, turning dry for Friday and into the weekend. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, fallout over that Nick Reiner legal twist, accused of brutally killing his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner. His high-profile defense attorney, Alan Jackson, withdrawing from the case.
We feel that we have no choice at this juncture but to withdraw as counsel and ask to be relieved.
Without elaborating, Jackson said he had to withdraw because of conditions outside of his or Nick Reiner's control.
Nick Reiner is not guilty of murder.
Charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, Nick Reiner was expected to enter a plea Wednesday. Shielded from cameras, he wore a brown jail jumpsuit and only spoke when agreeing to delay his arraignment again. He's now been assigned to a team of public defenders. And coming up at 7 a.m., legal expert Dan Abrams weighs in live. With your GMA First Look, I'm Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
Dupixent continuously works to help prevent asthma attacks. So girls' days are better. Game days are better. Even Mondays are better. Dupixent's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It's not for sudden breathing problems. Some people felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark-colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Do more with less asthma. Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma. Also approved as an add-on treatment for adults with COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 6:51. It's time for your morning sprint. We start with your national headlines. We're learning that there will soon be one less familiar face in Washington, D.C. Democratic Representative Steny Hoyer of Maryland is expected to announce his retirement from Congress today. In an interview, he said he chose to step down while spending time with his family over the holiday season. The 86-year-old is the 3rd longest serving House member and previously served as Majority Leader. Prior to heading to the House, he spent more than 10 years in the Maryland State Senate.
6:52 in your science news this morning. A new study is suggesting humans used poisoned arrows thousands of years earlier than previously thought. A total of 10 arrowheads were unearthed in South Africa in 1985, and they are believed to be about 60,000 years old. Traces of 2 different plant toxins were detected on 5 of them, making them the oldest known poison arrows. The study suggests hunter-gatherers likely dipped the arrowheads in poison before using them to kill animals for food. Taking a look now at the top 5 local things you need to know this morning, starting in Walla Walla, where quick action by both on-duty and off-duty officers saved a woman from a burning car. Take a look at this body cam video released showing the rescue. It was captured by K-9 Officer Eastman. Authorities say a 32-year-old woman crashed on Highway 12 near Reese Avenue, and her vehicle caught fire shortly after. She was unconscious and unable to get out. An off-duty Walla Walla police officer and off-duty sheriff's deputy stopped to help, followed by responding officers. Officer Eastman pulled the woman from the burning vehicle as others worked to put out the flames. She was taken to the hospital, and Washington State Patrol is investigating the crash.
And multiple suspicious fires sparking in Union Gap. Police confirm an arrest has been made, although the investigation is ongoing. East Valley Fire says the first fire broke out early yesterday at a warehouse near Lilac Lane. 2 additional fires followed near Rainier Place and East Washington Avenue. All 3 fires were set outside the buildings, and the warehouse fire caused the most damage, with flames breaking through the roof and half the structure damaged.
And we now know the new trial dates for off-duty Washington State Patrol Trooper Sarah Clayson, charged with DUI vehicular homicide. Her omnibus hearing has been moved to March 11th. Pretrial hearing set for April 15th. Trial scheduled now for May 18th. Clayson's attorney says delays are common in complex cases like this, noting the investigation took months and discovery wasn't received until September. He says the defense is still waiting on additional evidence while experts review what's been provided. We're, of course, tracking the case closely.
Yakima County Sheriff Bob Udell has announced he's running for the District 1 County Commissioner seat. With the position open, he says he wants to continue serving the community where he grew up. He'll bring more than 36 years of experience with the Sheriff's Office, and he announced his retirement as Sheriff last November and will serve out the remainder of his term through the end of the year.
And inside CECOM's dispatch center, a new AI system is set to help manage non-emergency calls, not 911. The system, called Aurelian, goes live January 13th and will answer the non-emergency line. It can handle general questions, minor traffic concerns, and reports of crimes no longer in progress. Officials say human dispatchers remain fully in control, and any call showing urgency is immediately transferred to 911. CECOM leaders say rising call volume makes the system necessary and emphasizes it will support, not replace, dispatchers.
Trending now this morning, the London Zoo is starting 2026 with a major milestone by celebrating its 200th anniversary.
And it's marking the occasion with its annual stock take, a massive head count of every animal on site. Take a look. Zookeepers recorded more than 8,000 animals. I love the penguins.
I want to count the penguins.
I know. So they counted all the penguins, the lions, the capybaras, even the millipedes.
Don't want to do that one.
Hard pass on the millipedes.
Be meticulous, right? Well, that data doesn't just stay in London. It's shared with zoos around the world to help manage breeding programs for endangered species. Zoo officials say the count plays a key role in conservation, helping protect animals for the next 200 years.
Yeah, I think it's time for a career change for me. I want to go count the penguins.
Let's be animal counters.
Yeah, penguin count, just penguins. Because no millipedes.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing
like
snakes.
Tiger cubs. I want to do that too. No snakes, yeah.
No
just
spiders.
the cute animals.
Just the cute, furry
the penguins for sure.
Penguins for sure.
So,
flamingos. I could take a flamingo.
Yeah. So, no more of this. Penguin counting.
Yeah.
But you can't change your...
Nope, sorry, you're stuck.
Because you got to tell us the weather.
Be a meteorologist.
Oh, I wanted to count
the
penguins.
You can come
too.
volunteer, I guess.
Volunteer, okay. Okay.
When we need extra support, we'll call.
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that. Well, yes, the weather is just, it's doing January stuff out there, right? Although it's abnormally mild for this time of the year, but we'll go ahead and take a look at First Alert Radar. You can see snow still over both of our mountain ranges, although it is starting to let up just a little bit for the Cascades, but don't let that lull you to sleep. Current temperatures in the 20s and 30s out there, 22 degrees in Yakima, and with some of these breezes factored in, it probably feels like, well, not a lot of fun to be outside if you're not dressed properly, so be sure that you are dressing up in layers right now. Okay, here's your umbrella cast for this Thursday. It's definitely not going to be a washout for today, but we could have these little rain chances, 10% chances as we head into the evening in the Tri-Cities. We'll keep tabs on that very closely. So for today, low in chances for snow in the Kittitas Valley and in the Blue Foothills. What's that going to amount to? Not much at all, but that cannot be said for the mountains, where we could have another foot of snow through 10 in the morning tomorrow for our highest mountain passes. Think Snoqualmie Pass, White Pass, and Tollgate. There was one more pass, Stevens Pass as well. And again, a little bit gusty out there. So First Alert weather day through 10 in the morning on Friday. After that, our weather looking a lot calmer and dry.
My nickname as a child was Penguin, but I don't do the cold temperatures, so not penguin-like in that sense.
You're just cute and little.
Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America's next. We're back tonight with your local news and weather.
Have a great day.